Yes, sir, here we go again. This video is entitled The Premier League Has a Serious Michael Carrick Problem. Let's go.
The Premier League has a serious Michael Carrick problem, and Manchester United are starting to recognise themselves again. The scary part? It didn't take a
Scary
revolution.
part. It is funny how Manchester United fans have started thinking that the team is ready. Yes, they think the team is ready. After beating Manchester City and beating also Arsenal, the table leaders. Yeah, and for the news, for the news and the transfer news, I've heard that Rashford might come back, but it is what it is. Let's watch the video and transfers will be for later.
took Carrick.
Producing. But as we know, you win 1-2 games for Man United, fantastic. Particularly to beat City and to come to Arsenal where... But I felt United would get a result today. I was thinking maybe more of a draw, but I always felt United would turn up and they've got enough quality players. But they get that, they've got momentum now into their season, and all of a sudden you're looking at United and you're thinking, great chance of top four. 1 or 2 months ago you're saying, no, I don't think they'll do it. But
Manchester United is just selling hope, for sure. It is just selling hope. The fans have started thinking that they can even play PSG or Real Madrid or Barcelona. Anyway, they can play it, but can they win? Can they really win against those three big teams? Anyway, they beat Arsenal, and Arsenal beat up Real Madrid seriously. You never know. They can Madrid. You feel me?
you know,
So
if they play with that confidence and belief, then you give the manager credit, you give his staff credit, and the players are turning up. Simple as that.
With him in charge, United got their soul back. Energy returned. The academy matters again, and suddenly this club didn't just find stability after months of chaos, it became a team that can beat anyone. Don't believe me? The Premier League runners-up, Manchester City, were beaten.
And United coming forward, Mbeumo with a chance.
Impressive, United went even further and destroyed the league leaders without mercy. Manchester United didn't just need results, they needed emotional balance and clarity. Carrick's arrival as interim manager.
Whatever Michael Carrick is selling to this team, whatever Michael Carrick is telling this team or the players might be something special. Yes. Because these niggas have had several coaches, managers. But why this time? Why now? Why are they bringing up results now? Amorim. Who didn't cheer up Amorim? Including the Arsenal fans. Well,
Changed the
don't
mood
know.
instantly. Old Trafford stopped feeling tense and became a place of belief again. Noise, unity, momentum. The derby win against City was the clearest sign, but not the only one. From the stands to the dressing room, United looked compact, committed, and for the first time in a long while, recognisable. Carrick didn't sell dreams. He didn't promise magic.
You're making being the Manchester United manager look very easy. How proud were you of that performance?
Yeah, massively proud. I think it was different to last week. 2 very different games.
He promised order, and for a club exhausted by uncertainty, that was everything. On the pitch, in Carrick's first 2 matches, the signs were obvious: defensive solidity, midfield aggression, and fast, direct transitions. Players like Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, and young Kobbie Mainoo held the
But I think Michael Carrick has stayed for so long that he can know what to do. He knows what to do. Yes, for sure he knows what to do. Nigga has stayed at the club like for over 20 years. Yeah, and then 15 to 10 to 15 years. He knows what to do with the club. Yes, the funders know what to do with him. He knows how to handle the big men. You feel me? The people who are sponsoring the team. He knows how to deal with the managers, the big. God damn. Manchester United. Let's pray we don't review back the what? The few moments later. Yeah, let's pray that we don't go for the few moments later after these 2 wins. because they are coming up with another game. It might be a tricky one. Yeah, they might be good with beating only big teams, and you find them struggling with the Newcastles. Oh,
Structured together against
don't
Manchester
know.
City and Arsenal. And Mainu starting wasn't random. It was a message. Youth matters again. The academy has a future. Merit is back. The kid answered with personality, composure, and bravery, proof that United's talent pipeline isn't broken. It was ignored. And this?
I'm not supporting the idea of bringing up the youth, the youth on the big teams. Look at us and how they have suffered with Bukayo Saka. Yes, he's playing well, but can he win the trophies for the team? Can he do something special for the team? Yes, it is the percentage for the youth to win something for the team is so low. It's very little. It is like 3%, and those are the Kylian Mbappes in their early 19s, 20s, when they are 20 years, the Bellinghams. Those are the lowest percentages. I don't think these youths in Manchester United, the Minors, the Dogu can win something for this. Yeah, they can bring results like when they beat up the Arsenal team. Yeah, that can happen. But can they do it for the long term? That's the question we are having on the table.
This is just a taste of Carrick's first project,
Yes.
because this United already smells like the old giant, the serial English champion, the European nightmare. Still don't believe it? Take a look at this. Carrick proved in just 2 matches that if you listen to the dressing room, understand what Manchester United really are, and trust your
Like how
talent, you can
serious
beat
he
anyone.
is.
Against Arsenal, United delivered a very solid performance. Carrick's team knew how to suffer and how to be lethal. Arsenal's early pressure pinned United back in the opening stages, but battles were being won all over the pitch. Casemiro, who announced this week that his time at Old Trafford will end after this season, kept Bukayo Saka quiet from the start, before Luke Shaw denied his England teammate a clear chance. Then Declan Rice burst forward, and, after an exchange with William Saliba, Lisandro Martinez was forced into a crucial block. Sene Lammens was next to test his reflexes, as a dangerous Rice free kick found Martin
Hey.
Zubimendi, but the Belgian keeper reacted well, and Casemiro helped divert the header out for a corner.
That's
United was
nice.
starting to
What a
settle,
save.
slowing Arsenal's relentless attacks, but a setback soon arrived. Saka floated in a deep cross and, under pressure from Jurrien Timber, the ball ended up in the net, off Martinez. Still, Carrick's men refused to be intimidated, despite Arsenal's ominous record after scoring first this season 24 wins from 24. United responded. Bruno Fernandes dragged a shot wide after a sharp run down the left from Brian Mbeumo. Saliba initially switched off, unaware Bruno was behind him, but recovered just in time. The next mistake, though, was punished. Mbeumo pounced on a loose touch from Zubimendi, stayed calm, and finished
First of all, in this Manchester United team, Bruno Fernandes doesn't make a mistake. Yes. And those who thinks that he makes mistakes, they are stupid. He doesn't make any mistake. Everything he does is right. He does it for the purpose, for the team. Yeah.
past David Raya despite heavy pressure. The Cameroon international has now scored against Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester
It's
City
funny
for
how he
United,
doesn't want
and this
to
was his
to
50th
score in
Premier
the
League goal, 8 of
African
them since
Cham-
arriving in the summer.
Trophy.
He almost had another before the break too, dropping his shoulder and firing a bold volley from 20 yards that briefly had Raya worried, before it drifted just wide. A derby goal-scoring hero set Manchester United in motion, and another sparked chaos in the away end just 5 minutes after the restart. Patrick Dorgu still had plenty to do when he received a pass from captain Bruno
at that.
Fernandes, but he rose
Look at
Manchester
that.
United in motion, and another sparked chaos in the away end just 5 minutes after the restart. Patrick
Look at that. Look at these players here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is only 2 players for Manchester United. There is Dogu. There is also Cunha. This is
Dorgu
Fernandes.
still had plenty to do when he received
And
a pass.
Manchester United has to stop this habit of playing the one touch method, just playing to embarrass other players. This is awkward. How can you do this to your fellow players? Eh? Even if they are on the opposite side, you're playing like you're showing them that you're not supposed to be paid. Eh? The one touch. What is this? Imagine.
Pass from captain
The
Bruno
1-2,
Fernandes, but he
2-3,
rose to the
1-2
moment and then some. He brought the ball down and
until
unleashed a
until
spectacular effort.
until Dogu scored.
That smashed against the crossbar before crashing into the roof of the net, sending the travelling Reds into dreamland. Arsenal looked
Nice.
stunned, and a quadruple substitution followed as Ben White, Victor Gyökeres, Eberechi Eze and Mikel Merino were sent
They
on.
had
The home
nothing to
crowd grew
do.
increasingly restless, despite the fact the league leaders had been unbeaten in all competitions at the Emirates this season, and had suffered only 2 defeats overall anywhere. Brian Mbeumo was replaced by Matthias Cunha to warm applause from the 3,000 United fans in attendance, while concern followed as Dorgu limped off, clutching his hamstring. With Benjamin Šeško coming on, United had not created many chances in open play, but everyone knows the danger Arsenal pose from set pieces. From a corner delivered by Bukayo Saka, the Gunners made life miserable for Senna Lamens, and at the second attempt the
Arsenal for sure are destroying football with these stupid play methods. How can a team survive? A team which is willing to take a trophy, a team which wants to take trophies, is standing on the corners every time. Every time they have to wait for the corners to score something, to get something for themselves. They crowd the goalkeeper so that they get a goal. This is stupid. You try something else. Arsenal was known for the tiki taka. Yes, but now they are playing like Manchester United, and Manchester United is playing like the Manchester United is playing what Arsenal has to be. The one touches, Cunha, Mbowemo, Cunha, Bruno. Eh? But every time Arsenal has to wait for a corner or any set piece. I don't know. Anyway, it is God's plan. They might even go up with the trophy, but it will be just luck.
ball was
That will
forced
be
over the
luck.
line by Merino, despite Šeško's desperate goal line clearance, a sucker punch. On another day maybe, but United still had one of their own to land. And while the home fans dreamed of a winner, Cunha had other plans. Driving straight at the Arsenal defence, he unleashed a thunderous
Look at
strike
that.
from
Where is
outside the
Rice?
box that flew
Where
past
is
David Raya,
Rice?
sealing another dramatic twist and securing 3 huge points under Carrick. Michael Carrick is
Where is
proving that
Declan
Manchester
Rice?
United DNA is not a myth. 5 games in charge as interim manager, a 2-0 win versus Villarreal, a 1-1 draw versus Chelsea.
Ronaldo. Yes, you have to take a moment for Ronaldo. Every time you see Ronaldo's goal, you have to take time to celebrate it. Asui. Yes, even if he's not he's not at this point, he's not even supposed to be in this, because we are supposed to be talking about Manchester United, Michael Carrick, Dogu, Cunha, and Mbeumo. But the moment you see Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a god. Respect the brother. Respect the brotherhood. You feel me? The god. And so many people have grown up in football admiring the god. So you have to respect him. Yes.
United DNA is not a myth. 5 games in charge as interim manager, a 2-0 win versus Villarreal,
That one. Cristiano.
a 1-1 draw versus Chelsea,
What an opportunity for Jadon Sancho.
a 3-2 win versus Arsenal,
Looks up, Ronaldo.
a 2-0 win versus
Small.
Manchester City, and another 3-2 win versus Arsenal. That is not luck. That is a statement. A real masterclass from a former player
That
who
is a
clearly understands
statement.
what this club is supposed to be. If
They
Carrick
have-
can orchestrate wins,
They have cleared it. It is a statement. It is not luck. Have you heard Arsenal players, Arsenal fans? It is a clear statement that Michael Carrick has been knocking around and you have not been seeing him. He has been retiring. He has been focused, chasing the dream while we were not focusing on him. Now he's here for the big thing. He's in 4th position. He wants the trophy as well. Forget the Amorim team which finished in the 15th place. That position was weird for Manchester United. Imagine. Imagine my grandfather wakes up from the dead and you tell him that Manchester United, the one which took 13 trophies, 14, 13 trophies, Premier League trophies, is finishing in the 15th position. Really? Let's be
Over
serious.
the two best teams in the country on back-to-back weekends, doesn't he at least deserve to be in the conversation for the permanent job when summer arrives? Some will say yes, others will say it is still too early. But the truth is simple. Carrick could hardly have done any better in his opening run, and his immediate impact deserves recognition. He has made changes that are basic, logical, and effective. Players are back in roles that suit them. Kobbie Mainoo has been restored to the midfield, giving United control in.
God damn, what's this? Look at this well. There are only 4 Manchester United players here. Only 4. And they managed to get a goal. Are you for real? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including the goalkeeper 10. Only one player is remaining for this. What a shame. What a pity for them. Arsenal players. How can 4 players manage to get a goal from you? How? 9 players and another one is here falling stupid. Eh? Another one is here running as well, running back. This one is targeting this one, and this one is doing what?
Tight spaces where they had been struggling. The team now combines a compact, disciplined defensive structure with the attacking identity that defines Manchester United. No chaos, no overthinking, just clarity, trust in the players, and respect for the club's footballing DNA. Another key player unlocked by Michael Carrick is Patrick Dorgu. Back in November, he was publicly criticised by Amorim, a moment that did not sit well with the player or the dressing room. The squad closed ranks, supported him privately, and the response on the pitch has been emphatic. Since then, Dorgu has played the full 90 minutes in 8 consecutive matches for Manchester United, scoring 3 goals and providing 2 assists. In that stretch, he is featured in 5 different positions and stood out in home wins against Newcastle United, Manchester City, and Arsenal, especially for his off-the-ball work, his discipline, and his instinct for goal. Carrick has been delighted, as has the coaching staff. The Danish international arrived as a left-sided defensive option, but his willingness to attack, drift inside, or even operate on the opposite flank has made him extremely versatile.
Dog has been serious for real. Dog has been serious. Look at the spaces he covered. Oh my god.
Dorgu favours a clipped cross towards the near or far
That is
post, and when that option is
athleticism.
blocked, he switches to a driven, curling ball towards the penalty spot. His assist for Benjamin Šeško against Burnley summed him up perfectly. He attacked his man on the outside, knocked the ball into space, adjusted his run, and delivered a precise near-post cross for a first-time finish. His wing play contrasts with the trickery of Ahmad or the efficiency of Mbeumo. Dorgu plays like a throwback, attacking full-backs directly, beating them with power, timing, and simple movements, or pushing the ball into space and chasing it down. Strong, relentless, and hard to stop, his defensive work has also been crucial for Carrick's compact 4-4-2 shape without the ball. Against City, he repeatedly tracked back to halt momentum and shut down passing lanes, including one key moment where
I just know there are so many Manchester United fans who don't know where Dogu plays. Yes, they are mixing him. He might be a midfielder, he might be a defender, he might be a right back, he might be a left back, he might be a right wing attack. He's a midfielder, nigga. And that's where he played when he scored for Manchester United against Arsenal. He's a midfielder.
Rodri tried to find Phil Foden between the lines, only for Dorgu to sprint back from midfield, close the space, and win possession. That balance between defensive security and attacking threat is exactly why Carrick has trusted him so heavily, and why Dorgu finished the match with more defensive actions than any other United player. With Amorim gone, United have taken back control of midfield, and you can feel it straight away. Every player looks bigger, freer,
It is
more
so
confident.
pity
Start with
for
Bruno.
Amorim
Bruno
to
Fernandes is flying. 3 games in a row with assists, and he's clearly the biggest winner from Carrick's switch to to a 4-2-3-1. Back in his natural role as the lone number .10, Bruno no longer has to share space with another playmaker or waste energy as a box-to-box midfielder. Now he plays on instinct. He drifts between the lines, finds pockets, and feeds early passes that split defences before they're set. His positioning, especially
The way everything is being combined together, the combo, it no longer attacks the spaces. It no longer does this, and this. Nigga, just two matches. They're just two matches. The way nigga is beautifying Manchester United, I think you might think it is the one on top of the table. Arsenal is there on top alone. It is only at the top. Yes, yes, Arsenal is only at the top. By the way, nigga is talking, he's speaking, the midfielder, blah blah. Nigga,
alongside Brian Mbumo, was crucial against City United, outplayed them in central areas with intelligence rather than numbers. It says everything that Bruno became the first player to create 6 chances and register an assist in a Premier League match against Pep's City. He now leads the league with 10 assists, and if this continues, the 20 assist mark is genuinely in sight. But the real surprise, Casemiro. Against City and Arsenal, he looked like a different player. Carrick's use of a
does the
compact
donkey walk.
4-4-2 mid-block without the ball suits him perfectly. No huge spaces to cover, no high-tempo man-to-man chaos, just structure, timing and positioning the exact environment where Casemiro has always thrived. It's the same setup that made him elite at Madrid. Against City, he posted 6 tackles and interceptions, his second best defensive output of the season. Protected, trusted and clearly comfortable.
That's
And then
what's
there's Kobe
needed
Mainoo,
from the
frozen out
defensive
under Amorim,
midfielder.
suddenly reborn. At just 20 years old, he once again looks like the future of United's
what? Bro is just 20. Minor is just 20. 20 years only. And now you come to Africa, you find a 20-year-old human being with nothing. Oh my God. What have I been doing with my life? Mine is just 20 years.
midfield. His performance against City reminded everyone why. Nearly 8 kilometres covered without the ball, 50 touches, calm distribution, strong defensive work. Carrick's midfield structure helped him massively, giving him clear instructions in his natural role. He was tasked with shadowing Rodri against City, then Declan Rice and Zubamendi against Arsenal, and he handled it with maturity beyond his years. When pulled out of position, United's wide players tucked in to support Casemiro. Suddenly, Mainoo wasn't exposed, he was dominant. Against Arsenal, he ran the show and sealed it with the decisive moment.
One assist. Mainoo got 1 assist. Complete passes. Oh my God. 35. Final 30 passes complete. 8 chances created. 2 goals scored. 0 draws. 1. 2. Hey! He was just good. He even outplayed Casemiro. Oh my God. At 20 years only. 20 years only. Kobe Mainoo in Premier League.
A loose ball and slipping a perfectly weighted pass for Kuna's winner. His numbers were ridiculous. Perfect long ball accuracy, high pass completion, multiple recoveries, chances created and an assist. United's midfield isn't just surviving anymore, it's controlling games again, and when United control midfield, everything changes. Carrick's impact hasn't stopped in midfield, he has clearly fixed the defence too, and that matters just as much. There's something timeless about a classic centre-back pairing. One aggressive front foot defender next to a bigger, aerially dominant leader. Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire fit that profile perfectly, and under Carrick it finally makes sense again. Maguire in particular has been outstanding. With simplified instructions, a slightly deeper defensive line, and a familiar 4-2-3-1 shape, he looks comfortable, calm and authoritative. This setup plays to his strengths as an old-school centre-back who reads danger early and dominates his zone. Against Manchester City, he guided Erling Haaland out of the game completely. The Norwegian had just 14 touches, his 4th lowest total in any Premier League match this season, and didn't manage a single shot on target. Only the 3rd time that's happened in 2025/2026. Then came Arsenal, where Maguire delivered a genuine genuine man of the match performance. He won every duel he contested, cleared his lines repeatedly, stepped into the final third with confidence, and
That is
didn't give away a
Captain
single foul.
Maguire.
It was a reminder that when Maguire is protected structurally and trusted, he can still perform at an elite level. Alongside him, Lisandro Martinez continues to prove why he's one of the most reliable defenders in Europe. Against City, he won every duel with Haaland, and the numbers don't lie. Across 6 matches facing the striker between Ajax and United, Haaland has scored just once, and Lisandro has never been dribbled past. That's elite defending, total lockdown. Against Arsenal, Lisandro added another layer to his game. He completed more line-breaking passes than any player on the pitch.
Bro, the
Now
combo
leads
is
all United
complete.
players in the Premier League for progressive defence-splitting passes since
Maguire
returning to the starting
Martinez.
11 on Boxing Day. His distribution from the back has been crucial in helping United break down tough defensive blocks and escape pressure. This is the key difference under Carrick. The defence isn't just surviving, it's structured, confident and proactive. United defend deeper when needed, stay compact, win duels and then
The way this defense has been made up, the structure is the way it's being explained. You might think they have never conceded even a goal, yet they scored against the most defensive team. Yes, Arsenal is the most defensive team right now, all over all the regions. Yeah, the Salibas, the Gabriel Magaras. Yeah, yes, they are so good. That back is so good. Yeah, they scored. They conceded goals against. It happens. It happens in football, but not every time for them. Yes, not every time for them. But the way this Manchester United is being made up, the everything is being added up by in this video. You might think they are the one which are on top of the table with the most goals conceded. Feel me?
build cleanly from the back. When your centre-backs look this secure, everything else becomes easier. What really impressed Manchester United fans was the speed and clarity of their wide attacks. It felt like
They
a
are
throwback to the
always
Ferguson
in an
years,
attack
fast,
mode.
direct, ruthless on the flanks. The biggest winner of this approach is probably Ahmad. Restored to his natural role on the right wing, he's thriving in a tactical system that gives him space, time and confidence to take defenders on. Carrick's setup allows Ahmad to receive the ball isolated, facing his man, between Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo and Brian Mbomo pull opponents inside, compressing the central areas. That inward gravity opens huge pockets of space out.
This was an embarrassment to the nigger, to the dude, to the coach, to the manager who was known for the tiki-taka. This was so embarrassing. The Cunha, Bruno.
Wide, and Ahmad has been floating into them again and again, especially against Manchester City. Last season, Ahmad recorded 14 goal contributions in just 26 Premier League appearances, 8 goals and 6 assists, averaging a goal involvement every 136 minutes. With consistent minutes in his best position and a tactical plan built to maximise his pace, there's every reason to believe he can reach or even surpass those numbers again. Then there's Brian Mbomo, who is quickly building a reputation as a big game player.
Yes,
in the
sir.
2025/2026 Premier League season, he has already scored against Arsenal, Manchester City,
These are the things which makes you a big player in the world. Yeah, scoring against the big teams. But the moment you start scoring against the Burnleys, the Norwiches, no one is going to take you serious. For sure, no one is going to take you serious. But start scoring against the Chelsea's, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City's, the Man U's. They're going to consider somebody who is big. You feel me? And this is also for the continuation. Everything Mbwemo is doing, it is a message to Jokeres and the Arsenal fans. It is a message to the whole Arsenal farm or the family. You feel me? It is a war. It is a war. They need to reply. Jokeres had to need to reply Mbwemo with something special. Pull up something, pull up anything you have. Because you are brought to the Premier League with 40 goals plus. Show something. Yes, You have to show something because Mbomo is bringing up the odds, he's bringing up the tactic, he's bringing up everything to challenge the Premier League, and you're doing nothing. You're just putting on the mask for what? Nigga, score goals. Mbomo is sending messages every time he gets a chance. You feel me? So do something special.
And Liverpool.
Just
no
score
small
against
feat.
big
In fact,
teams.
Mbomo is the first Manchester United player to score against all three in a single league campaign since Marcus.
Records have started coming out. He is the only single player who has scored.
Rashford did it in 2022/2023.
Clean through a goal. Can he score? He can
Even more striking.
Rashford was the only player with the record. Now Mbomo has come up with something. We don't know what you're doing, Jokeres. We don't know what the Arsenal family is doing. Do something.
Last United player to score against City, Arsenal and Liverpool in his first Premier League season at the club was Robin van Persie back in 2012/2013. That comparison alone tells you how impressive Mbomo's impact has been. So if Michael Carrick inherited a talented generation of players and is now giving them structure, trust and freedom, the message is clear. Manchester United are back, and the so-called Big Six have already felt it.
Yes, if you find this video interesting, please hit that subscription button, follow for more, like, you feel me? Thank you.